see, can my feelings change? Somebody save me. Somebody save me.
Hi there, and thanks for stopping by. Thanks for joining me for today's journaling session. So today was one of the rare times where I had a pretty clear view of what I wanted the spread to be like, and it was inspired by a Netflix series that I had been binge watching yesterday actually, and it's called The World's Most Extraordinary Homes. So I was watching the second series, and if you haven't seen it, and if you kind of like looking at the beautiful homes and interested in architecture, this is a great series to watch, and it's fun and inspiring. And so this kind of got me thinking about what would my ideal home look like if I had no constraints with the money. So that's what got this whole thing started. So I searched the internet for an image of a home which was sort of in the style that I wanted, and so I just printed that out, and I wanted to surround it with some more green. So I'm using some stamps from the latest little stamp store unboxing, and that video will be in the description box below, along with their website, in case you want to subscribe to their subscription box as well. So I just stamp a little bit green around it because I want my house to be surrounded by green. Later on you'll see me write a list of the qualities that I want I want my house to have. So now I'm taking out a book page of a vintage German book, and I just wanted one with just text, out of which I'm going to make an envelope to put the list in. So I'm just cutting that down to size, and as usual I don't have any measurements, so sorry about that. I'm just eyeballing how wide and how tall I need it to be and just going with that. So now I'm just deciding what I want the inside and what I want the outside to be, and so then I fold it up. Sometimes I realize, we have all these fancy tools, and like I have this envelope maker, which I love, but sometimes it's just really nice to make things with the bare minimum. Like, I really enjoyed making this envelope on my own without this punch board, and a lot of people I know don't have it. So it's so easy to make an envelope. So I kind of like doing that. So I just inked up the sides again to give it a little more vintagey look. And now I'm just gluing the right and the left side together to actually form the pocket of the envelope. Now I wanted to put in a closure for the flap, and so I'm taking my 2-inch oval scalloped punch to punch out some more writing of that same book. And just to make it a bit sturdier, I am also punching out a piece of a cardstock and then just gluing the writing onto that. And if you don't have a punch, then just cut something out or use an image that you have. Maybe you have some die cuts, or maybe you have a regular image that you can paste onto cardboard and cut out. There's so many things you can do. So I'm just inking that up, and then I'm stamping a random butterfly. I think this one is from AliExpress, onto that oval. And I know my acrylic stamping block looks really, really bad, and I think I really need to clean that. I'm so horrible with cleaning stamps or these acrylic blocks. Okay, so now I'm just seeing how it will fit, but I wanted to give it some time to dry because so many times I have smudged my stamps, so I wanted to be better this time and just leave it just to dry. I find that so hard. I'm so impatient. And here I have a little note page from my wonderful junk journal that I received from Vienna Apple Pie. If you look in on my channel, I have an unboxing of that. And unfortunately, it was just a bit too big, so I had to cut it down a little bit, but I was able to keep some of that lovely floral border on the bottom. So I cut it to size, and I'm again inking this to fit with the envelope. And then I'm going to write my list. So I'm just going to read you my my dream home qualities. So I have 2 points. So one is the location and one is the construction. And under location, I have needs to be quiet and peaceful. It should be on an ocean front, on a rocky private beach. I want a forest or green surroundings. It should be a standalone house. I want no immediate neighbors. And concerning the construction, I want lots of light. I want an infinity pool overlooking the ocean. It's such a cliche, isn't it? But I still want it. I want a lovely herb garden. I want calm, earthy colors and wood. Lots of wood. And I want a craft room with a great view over this wonderful ocean, wherever that might be. And I want wooden floors. So those are some traits I want my $1,000,000 home to have. And I wish I would have done this like 30 years ago, 20 years ago, and 10 years ago, because I think it would be really interesting to see how that view changes, because I'm sure many years ago I had a completely different view of what my dream home would look like, and it would be really nice to see how that changed over the years. But hopefully I'm still young enough to do it now and to look back at it in a few years and see if it changed again. Or maybe if I even have that dream home by then. Anyway, it's nice to dream, and I had a lot of fun with this topic, and it was fun to create this spread. So I hope it inspired you to maybe think about your dream home and maybe even put it down on a spread. So yeah, after I'm done writing this list, I'm just gonna stick it into that envelope, and then I'm going to paste that envelope down with some glue. And as a final touch, I of course need to add the date, which is October 29th. And that is it for this spread. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely day. Bye.
Somebody save me. Somebody save me.